Well, we're sitting out here on our town square, aren't we?
Yeah, this is another one of our hometown traditions where we, of course, have an annual Christmas parade.
Now, last year it was canceled because of that nasty little thing we're not going to talk about, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But we could have gone anyway. We had something else going that time, but
Yeah.
so we haven't been for a couple of years. But looks like things are lining up. I saw several horses and wagons and stuff go by.
And there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So we'll see you after the parade.
All right. Parade stuff coming up soon. Hope you enjoy. I decided to get on a float for a little bit. This is our church float. There's the Grinch.
week we light the third candle of Advent, which is a pink candle, and it's for love, signifying John the Baptist.
Well, hello.
Hello again.
We hope you liked our Fayette parade that we went to last night.
Yep.
We didn't have it last year because of COVID.
Yeah.
So we had lots more people than we normally do show
nice,
up.
beautiful
yeah,
weather.
it was really beautiful.
It was a little cool, but
But
December
not cold.
was nice. No,
I mean, we've
it
had
warmed up today real nice. We were just in barely long sleeves, and
well,
it's
and
beautiful
we've
out.
had years when it's been below zero when they did it
Almost,
too. So
yeah. So
anyhow,
it's what?
we're still doing our Advent
Yep,
thing.
this is going to be the
And-
third Sunday in Advent.
And we're gonna do one of Wade's. Wade's always dreaming up new recipes, and this one sounds kind of strange, but it's absolutely wonderful.
Yep.
He's got, instead of a pineapple upside-down cake, it's a cranberry upside-down cake.
That's right.
So I'm gonna step out of here and let him get busy, and we'll be right
Yep,
back.
we'll be right back.
Well, honey, what you doing?
Well, we got to get the charcoal going before I get the cake mixed up. So I'm going to light it right now. And we're using a 12-inch Dutch oven, so we're going to be doing 30 pieces of charcoal. Alrighty, a little air in there for a second. Okay, we have the charcoal going, and now we got to get the bottom, which will be flipped over to be the top, right, of our cranberry upside-down cake. So I've got already lined the Dutch oven with foil, and just down a second. Look here, Angel. I put little pads of butter that add up to a total of 1 stick or half a cup. So that's in the bottom. Next, we have to add grab me something here. Just that with cup of packed brown sugar, and we'll kind of just evenly kind of spread it out all over top of the butter. And that'd be exact.
I got a weird question for you, dear.
What's that, hon?
Are we gonna put the customary cake mix in that? Store-bought cake mix?
Well, you certainly could. If you want to do an easy shortcut, you could certainly do a yellow cake or even a spice cake or something like that. Would be not a problem. But no, we're going to do a homemade cake. And it's pretty simple. We'll get to that here in a minute. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to pack it back in there. Just evenly spread it out. Next thing, about a teaspoon of cinnamon. Spread that evenly all over the top.
Or you could use more if you like more.
Yep, shaker's gone. Oh well, I can do it close enough. Turn this around here. The wind's a little bit rough today again. That's all right. Yep.
I
Okay.
guess we should tell them that we're little dogs out here, and if they hear him bark, he's chasing the
Yeah,
neighborhood
Leslie's dog,
cat.
Joey. You've seen him before. And next ingredient, 1 bag, which I think is 12-ounce bags
Yep.
now. It used to be a pound, now it's 12 ounce, of fresh cranberries. And we're just going to evenly spread them out on top. Now, if this was a traditional pineapple upside-down cake, then you would, of course, put pineapple. And if you were going to do rings, I think, if I remember correctly, it's 1 larger can of rings. I think about 10 rings. A pineapple works pretty good on a 12-inch Dutch
But
oven.
I'm sure one of these days we'll show them how to do a pineapple upside down
Yeah,
cake.
we probably will. We'll have to do that. That's a good summertime dish.
Yep.
This is more traditional for...
It's seasonal, because
Seasonal.
cranberries are seasonal.
Yeah. Okay. And one thing I like too, this cranberry upside down cake is pretty sweet, and these tart cranberries really offset really good. Okay. Tyler, that's it for the bottom. Now, I'm going to put the lid on, so we're outside for a minute, and then we're going to switch groups, and we're going to come over here to the table, and we're going to make the cake batter. We'll be right back. Okay, now we're ready for the cake batter. In this bowl, I've already mixed my dry ingredients, which was flour, salt, baking powder, and I also added some regular granulated sugar.
And if we were going camping, what would we call that?
This would be kind of our premix that we mix up, our dry premix. And I know sugar's supposed to be a wet item, but it works really good to mix it in with the dry here, so it comes out fine. Okay, that's mixed up. Next thing we got to add is 2 beaten eggs. So I'm going to beat them together here a little bit. You could dump them in there and kind of mix them up in the corner. Should be fine. Save getting one more thing dirty. They don't have to be beaten up real good. Just kind of lightly beaten. Okay. Put our eggs in. Stringy egg. Okay. Next, we need is about a teaspoon and a half of vanilla. This is a good cap, and let me be a little more. And then I have pre-measured also 1 cup of milk and a half of a cup of vegetable oil. Pour that in.
Now, the milk that we could use could be evaporated milk,
Yeah,
wouldn't
we
it?
were camping. A lot of times we would be using evaporated milk. Sure.
Which is shelf-stable.
That's right. And now all we got to do is mix it up. That is all the wet ingredients that we'll have to add. As soon as this comes together good, we'll be ready to add this on top of our cranberries, and then we'll be ready to bake. Okay, back to the Dutch oven. Take the lid back off. Get it out of our way. And a batter, we're just going to evenly pour that right over the top of our cranberries. Okay,
Now you'll notice he cleaned that bowl out pretty well.
get a little, make sure it's all the way around to the edges. Yeah, these little spatulas are kind of work pretty good for thin batter. You don't have to do a spoon and a spatula, just mix it up with a spatula.
We are not like the other cooking shows
Okay.
you will watch. We get all our
And
stuff
lid
out.
back on. All right, Angel, let's look in here.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a little, they're almost done. I'll check them here. A couple of them are kind of still pretty black yet. So we're going to give them a few more minutes, and we'll be back and we'll get with this bacon. Okay, our charcoal's ready. Got 30 pieces of charcoal. And we're just going to dump them right out here on the lid. And 1/3, 2/3 means 10 on the bottom. So here we go. Now you notice I've only put my tin around the outside edge, like when we're always baking. And on top we put a nice full ring around the top lip. And then we'll put a few left also in the middle.
Now wait, I noticed something out here.
What's that?
It's kind of windy.
Yes, it is.
What's
So,
the enemy of baking?
wind is one big enemy of baking. So,
It's not cold weather, is it?
not usually. Cold weather you can kind of be along real good with. Just put one extra charcoal a lot of times if it's real cold. So, needless to say, I better get the wind guard. Yeah, because that wind, a lot of times you get a hotter fire for a short while as it blows through, but also your coals don't last near as long. So you get hotter fire for a shorter time, and your coals will be dead a lot faster because they just disintegrate when they get closer to being cooked. So they may end up with not much. So this is probably going like a normal cake, about 30-minute cook time. So set the timer for 10 minutes, and we'll be back and give it a rotate. Okay, it's been 10 minutes, so we're gonna rotate the Dutch oven. And like we always do when we're baking, we're gonna rotate 1/3 turn in one direction. Get a lid lifter and rotate the lid 1/3 turn in the opposite direction.
And why is that?
Well, that over that whole cooking process, over 3 rotates, 30 minutes, it should give us a real even baking and a nice, hopefully, round top.
Which is essentially the bottom.
What will be when we get it flipped over, being it's upside down cake. So.
Well, our 30 minutes is up.
It is.
Yep, I think
Let's
we
see.
need to check it.
And check it.
Oh,
Not quite done, is it?
nope, it's not quite.
Alrighty. I'm going to rotate it again, and we'll give it a little bit longer. Not done yet. Alrighty, a little more time. Could be that them cranberries were a little cold. That makes a little difference. So, looks like we're okay. We'll come back in a few more minutes and check it out again.
Okay,
Alright,
we're back. It's been 10 minutes, we
10
promise.
more minutes.
We're gonna see if it's done or not. Ooh, it
Looking
looks like
like
it,
done.
doesn't it? Well,
Why don't you grab me that toothpick there, huh?
yep, let's do it.
Stick that toothpick in there and see if it comes out clean.
Looky there.
Toothpick comes
Yes,
out
it could
clean.
be. So,
Means it must be done.
yep, it must
Okay.
be.
Now, we gotta let it cool for just a little bit, and then we got the fun of flipping it over and making it upside down cake.
Yeah, because it's not upside
Not
down.
upside down yet.
Even though the
Yeah,
cranberries
it's weird.
get
I don't know
up
what
the
happened this
top.
time. Something a little different. Some of the cranberries kind of rose up to the top, and I don't know what happened there.
But it'll still be pretty.
It'll be good. It'll be fine. All right. See you in a few minutes. All right. The upside down cake's been cooking for about 10 minutes. I dumped the coals off the top, and I'm with the lid back off. And now on the fun part. What I have, sometimes I've even put the lid and actually put the foil on the lid and then flip it over on the lid and then put that on a lid stand. But since we're going to take it to church here a little bit, it needs to kind of cool a little bit more and transport it in the car. I actually have just a regular serving platter. So what I'm going to try to do, maybe harder than I want it to be, is I'm going to lay this on top. And then, hard part, you got to hold everything nice and tight, like this. Make sure it stays together. And then give it a very quick flip. Take the Dutch oven off.
And it came out of there nicely. And look, the Dutch oven's even clean. We don't have to clean it.
Now, very carefully, get our foil pulled out, and very carefully we'll pull it up, and hopefully it'll look good.
Oh, yeah.
We left a little shrapnel on there, but, and a very settled for some reason this time, but I think it's still going to be just as good.
Wow. It's all unfolded. It looks gorgeous.
Yes, it does.
We're headed to the church. We'll take a picture of it on a plate. But that about does it for this week. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Hit the like button, which is the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you would, share a comment, share it on Facebook.
That's right. All right.
We'll
Hope
see you
had a
next
good one.
week.
Yep, see you next week. Bye.